Konstantin Tszyu, a name that became synonymous with an invincible will and unbridled power in the world of professional boxing. A native of the Soviet Union, who inscribed his name in history with incredible victories over the stars of the world ring. Let us appreciate 5 incredible fights, thanks to which Tszyu became a living legend. On November 6, 2004, the long-awaited rematch with the American Sharmba Mitchell took place. Their previous encounter a few years earlier had left mixed impressions. Mitchell, who had entered the ring with a knee injury, still managed to put up a worthy fight. But this time, the Russian looked utterly unbeatable. In just over 3 rounds, he knocked his opponent down in the most devastating knockdowns 4 times. The hypnotizing power of Tsyu's punches left Mitchell without a single chance. The referee had to stop the beating, otherwise, the American risked leaving the ring on a stretcher. November 3, 2001, a date inscribed in golden letters in the annals of Russian boxing. On that night, Tszyu knocked out the then undefeated American Zab Judah and became the undisputed world champion in the welterweight division, unifying the 3 major titles WBC, WBA, and IBF. Judah phenomenally fought in the first round, but Kostya had already made it clear then that he had studied his opponent's style. In the second round, he sent the American to his first devastating knockdown with his signature straight right. Judah managed an incredible effort of will to get up, but literally seconds later, he found himself on the canvas again, tangled in his own legs after the same deadly punch from Tszyu. The referee made the only right decision, stopping the beating. On July 29, 2000, a fight took place that Tszyu dedicated to all his fans and all of Russia. In the ring, he met the legendary Mexican champion Julio Cesar Chavez. Of course, by that point, Chavez was no longer in his prime, but Kostya beat him in such a way that it was evident he would have dealt with Chavez himself in his best years. The Russian seized the initiative from the very first seconds, and by the third round, Chavez realized the utter hopelessness of the situation and began boxing extremely dirty, constantly trying to butt his opponent. However, none of this fazed Tszyu, and he only increased his advantage. After a knockdown in the 6th round, the referee stopped the beating, after which a shower of water and cola bottles rained down on the ring. On that day, I was directly involved in evaluating Tszyu from the ring, and those impressions became some of the most vivid in my journalistic career. January 28, 1995, the day when Tszyu won his first championship belt in the under 63.5 kilogram category, defeating Puerto Rican Jake Rodriguez by knockout in the 6th round. A new, brilliant era of Russian boxing had begun. Rodriguez was a respected champion, but after becoming acquainted with Tsyu's hypnotizing straight right, he thought of only one thing: survival. He not only failed to win a single round against the Russian champion, he hardly won a single episode. In the 6th round, Kostya knocked him out with effortless ease. And on January 11, 1994, when Tszyu had only fought 11 professional bouts, he achieved a hard-fought, grueling victory over Mexican Hector Lopez. Despite the lack of championship belts, Lopez commanded immense respect in the boxing world. And in his fight against Tszyu, he fully lived up to his reputation as a fearless and uncompromising fighter. Lopez fought as if his entire life depended on the outcome of this match. He did not conserve his strength, unleashing the most powerful punches on Kostya, one series after another. For the young Russian prospect, this was the first serious test of his mettle. Lopez mercilessly tested Tszyu to the breaking point, leaving him not a single chance to catch his breath. But it was in that hellish fight that Konstantin demonstrated a truly championship character. Despite taking the most devastating blows, he only widened the forming bruise but invariably counterattacked even harder. Lopez gave 100% in that fight, but even that hurricane-like onslaught was not enough to break the Russian natural. Tszyu managed to grind down his formidable opponent over the course of 10 insane rounds. Yes, after the final bell, Kostya's face was one massive bruise. But he still celebrated an unconditional, resounding victory on points. And the blindingly bleeding Lopez looked even more battered and drained. That memorable fight predetermined Tsyu's further career and his fanatical devotion to the sport. It was the incredible confrontation with Lopez that ultimately tempered his character, allowing him to subsequently achieve one mind-boggling victory after another in the most prestigious world rings. The 5 fights described above became the jewels in Konstantin's brilliant career, a fighter with the steely heart of a champion.
Thank you for watching, friend. Subscribe to us. Don't forget to hit the bell to not miss the next videos.